Hello there, welcome to Colour Passion Land. I'm Kym Gow from Colour Passion. Today we're going to explore a little bit more with the foils and the gel tints. What I want to do is I want to apply the foil sheet over the board. I'm going to be using this foil adhesive, and I'll put the link in down below in the comment section, description section. So what I want to do is I want to put the foil on that and then rub it over, and hopefully the impression will come through onto the board. Not sure how it's going to go. I haven't done it before, and I may need to have a smoother surface because the surface on my board does have a little bit of texture. So we'll see how we go. Then the tints I'm going to use are the Orange Zest, the Pineapple, the Scarlet, so we're going to Warmer Palette, and my favourite, Desert Rose. So we're going to use those 4 gel tints, and I'm going to use the Purple Honor. The Purple Honor is a great colour. I really love it, and to add a bit of depth to the pour, you've got to have a darker colour. So I thought, let's put some of that on. And today also I thought I'm going to show you how I use some of the foil flakes. The foil flakes are amazing. You can actually mix them up into your resin and pour over if you wish. Or you can sprinkle them on. I've used them in my cup turning, tumbler turning, and they're amazing. So it's just something we just don't, I guess, talk about enough, and they're lovely. And I've got some new colours coming shortly. They're on their way from overseas, and I'm really excited to see what we can do with them. That, and then also I've got some beautiful of the Colour Passion red glitter, and we're going to use that as well today. So just a few little different things. So let's go and have a play and come along for some fun. Okay, we're going to start now with our glue, and we're going to pop that over first. The one I'm going to use today is the Artisville Embellishment Foil Adhesive, because it's going to be a different technique that we're going to do today, as I mentioned. So basically, well, we don't want it really thick, but we want it obviously to cover all the board, and particularly the edges as well, all around the edges, the sides. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to roller it with this. I think that's going to give a really great even coverage. Oops. And this glue, once it's sort of sets up, it is very, very tacky. And then we're going to stick the foil on it, and we're actually going to separate it. And we're going to pull it off, and you'll see that the pattern is left. And we can use that as our base on the board for a different technique. Usually have to leave this about 45 minutes to set. I want to make sure this time they get right around those edges, and there's a good covering of it, because then when it goes around, it's going to stick properly. So that we've got that good coverage. So right the way around. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave that set, and then I'll be back and show you the next step. Okay, it's been about an hour now, so I want to use the foil, and I will put it on a little bit differently than last time. I'm going to make sure, whoop, I don't know what it's supposed to do, but it's doing a little bit soon. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay. So basically, with this foil, you can see some of it's come off already. The idea is to get a brush and brush it back and forth, up and down. Not too hard on the edge, but we will go over that. Just want to make sure that this is really on very well. First time I've done it, I have seen this done with more like a nylon bristle brush that you would scrub your pots with, but I just thought this was quite firm, so I would try this first. Maybe. At least this time it's sticking really well. I'll do that, and then what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to come over with just a wallpaper smoother. Just want to make sure that it's all down properly. And burp it, as they say, just any of those little bits there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is make sure, I'm hoping it's all stuck well. Now what I want to do is, I want to lift this up and hopefully the pattern will have come off and stuck underneath. There's still some obviously on the paper, so we do want to make sure that we've got this off. Pull it up and pull it down again. And the same with the other side. So we sort of want the paper to come off quite clear. And I guess it depends also how smooth your board is. My board wasn't that smooth because of the primer coat that was on it. And I'd like to see it on a little bit more than this actually. But we can pull it off, and then we can always come down on bits that haven't been done, and we can just use that as well. And just cover up hopefully some of those gaps. I'll just use the edge here, where it's just not on yet. Hard to know with this, as I say, it's very new, so we'll just persevere and try it. It's very sticky, that's for sure. That glue that we applied for this process is really very, very strong. Keeps getting stuck because it's had the glue on it. Okay, let's put a bit more on here perhaps. Alright, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to come down the other side and see how we go. See if we've got it any better. Okay. I might take these gloves off, they're not really helping. That's better. I can feel. So apparently we don't go around in circles, because if we do, that's what it's going to come out like, and we don't want that. So it's just back and forth, back and forth. And possibly if this was on a darker colour rather than the white, it probably might actually even be better. But, however, I wanted to do it on white to start with, so We'll see how this one works out. So it's still a bit sticky through there, but not so where the plastic has come off the foil, which is the whole idea of it. All right. I think you need quite a bit of force, more than what I've been putting on there actually. I'll take these caps off because I can't put too much force when I've got the caps underneath. I should have left it like so. I think the second half has definitely worked better than the first half. So I'll just come over this side here and try that. Oops. Still would like this bit here to come up a bit better, to cover it up a bit. Well, I'm not sold on the concept yet, but maybe some little bits might peek through. Still tacky, so we could actually probably try and put some other bits on as well and see how it goes. Just trying to press that firmly with my fingers and just see if that helps with a bit of heat and a bit of warmth. A little bit, but not majorly. Certainly over that little bit there. Okay, well some of it's come out really pretty and some of it not. So a bit disappointed. I thought that would be really quite solid on there. So, okay, from here we can still go ahead and do the pour. And we'll still hopefully see some little bits through, and in the sunlight perhaps that it might show through better. It's just right now it's not showing through as well as what I hoped it would. I'll do another one another time, but what I'll do differently is I'll put a dark colour I think underneath and see how it comes up. Okay. What I'll do now is I'll just mix the resin and then we can get moving with it shortly. All right, here we are back, and we're going to use the copper. I think I might sprinkle it over after. We'll see how we go. The foil flakes, I really wanted to show you them because they're gorgeous. I'm going to use the Desert Rose, the Scarlet, Pineapple and Orange Zest of our gel tints, our unique gel tints, unique to Colour Passion, and then our Top Cell White. So, I've mixed up the resin, which is the epoxy glass, Barnes epoxy glass, which I do enjoy to use. All right, so put some of each in each one. Well, that's right, and I'm also going to use a red glitter. That's the Colour Passion red glitter. Don't know, actually, you know what? I might not even use the white. We'll see. We'll see. And perhaps just get another little cup for some red. The red glitter, that is. Okay, put that on its side, ready to remove tomorrow, and so we can use some more. Okay, so now last week, I know when I used the tints, I did have a bit of a challenge, and I've worked out what it was. Because it was so cold, they sort of solidified a bit. So the way around that actually is quite a simple fix. You simply just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and voila, it's all good to go. So that's the orange. Oh, that one, I don't need quite that much. Pineapple. Whoop. Just thought I'd use the warmer colours over this, hoping that a little bit of sparkle will show through. The scarlet, which is a gorgeous red. And of course, I did loosen that, but don't tell me it's nearly empty, because I do use these a lot actually in my work. And you know it when I want it. Anyway, there's a little bit in there. Let's see if that's enough. Because you usually don't need a lot. That's probably okay. Just see if I can just put just a drop more. It's always the way, isn't it? When you want it, it doesn't want to work. Oh, it's empty, that's why. Thought that might have been the case, so we'll just, I think, leave it as is, and we'll move on to the next colour. The gorgeous, my favourite, Desert Rose. It is just a stunning colour. Okay, so there we have 4 tints. Then I'm going to put in some of our red glitter. So I'm just going to wipe my hands because they're all quite sticky. And I've shown you before, the Sally's wipes are just amazing that we get here in Australia. Sally's sugar soap wipes, they are amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to pop some of this red in and see how we go with it. Us girls always love a little bit of bling. And that's just a lovely light one. And it's very pretty. Yep, gorgeous. Okay, we want just a little bit of white. Always give your paste a stir if you can't recall or you haven't watched any other videos, because they might have separated while they've been sitting for a bit. Don't need a lot. 5 to 10% percentage of the colour to your amount of resin. And in a big tub, it's easy not to overdo it, but in you're using small amounts like we are here, it's a lot easier to overdo it. Right, I think I'd like to actually use a darker colour to give it a bit of depth. So, which one do we go with? I think we might use the purple Honor, because that's just a really gorgeous dark colour and one that I particularly like. I might pour some of that into another cup, just so we've got a bit of clear over it as well. Oops. There we are. We've got plenty to cover this board. I actually didn't worry about putting the tape around today, so we'll see how it goes. Normally I always do, but I'll watch it and hopefully it'll be good. All right, that's that gorgeous colour to give it a bit of depth. All right, so here we go. We can start with any colour, but I'll start with the darker one. It's Purple Honor in our beautiful powder. Okay. No particular method, I'm just pouring, and wherever it lands, it lands. Maybe a little bit even up here. Okay. Get purple on it. Then what I'll do now is I'll just proceed and pour the tints in. And just any which way. And really all I want to do is get the board covered. And I can tilt it in a moment. Okay, and then we've got our pineapple. The reason why I haven't used as much solid colour as last time is I felt that you didn't really see enough of the tints, but we're certainly going to this time. We'll just see how it works with this underneath. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put some more of the Desert Rose in, because I think I want that a little bit darker, only because the others are fairly, I've just put such a tiny amount in, so I like just a little bit more depth, but it'll still be transparent, but just a little bit more depth. Okay, here we go. Okay, got that on there. What I might do, I've got the red glitter, but I'm thinking I might just hit it with the torch now and get rid of the bubbles and move it around a little bit. So now I'll just tilt it. Just adds a little bit of interest to it all. And I'm just going to with my glove, just move it around a bit. Just to make sure that it's all over the edge there. Then I'm going to put some white on the top and some of the gorgeous red sparkle. It's giving it sort of like a textured look underneath, which is actually not too bad at all. Okay. Right, white. Cover that up there actually. Come over like so. Maybe just a little bit, maybe from this corner. Right, we'll just leave it at that. Don't want to overdo it. I'm just looking for my other little torch, which, here it is. Just gently. Just moving it enough to thin out that white, and then just keep moving. Because otherwise, if you hold it there, you'll burn it. You don't want that. Yeah. So we'll just leave that at that. Now we will pour some red over. Some there. Gee, it's really pretty, this red. Glad I just decided to do something a little bit different. It's gorgeous. Nothing like a bit of bling, is there? Okay. It's always like, when is enough enough? I've got some more here and I'm just busting to use it. But I don't want to ruin it and overdo it either. So what do we do? No, you know what? I think I might just leave it. But I am liking very much how it's sparkling, really pretty. So there, make sure that's all covered. And you can see how the white lacing is opening up. It's really pretty. And as I've said before, you can see your colours from underneath pop through. And that's the beauty of the Top Cell White, the Colour Passion Top Cell White. This goes over the top of the colours. It's running a bit that way. It may well mean that the board's not quite balanced as I would like it. So I might actually just put a couple of spatulas in under here just to make sure that it's not going to run too far off that way. That there and around. Make sure it's all covered on the edges. Well, it's very different, but it is interesting, and I actually don't mind at all the texture that is coming through that piece now. So we'll have a look tomorrow in the light, as in, because it's night time at the minute. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it's going to be nice and pretty for us. All right then, I will catch you then. I did just remember what else I was going to do and show you, and that was the copper foil. I walked away and then I remembered. So, okay, so the foil is very light, extremely light. So what I'm going to do is just with my fingers actually, I'm just going to sort of just put a few little spots here and there, just to add a little bit of interest to this piece. Oop. And if there was any bits that I sort of wanted to maybe even cover a little bit, I could do that. I could put it actually in the resin, and I've done that before as well, but I've also used it quite a bit, even on my tumblers for cup turning. And this is how I do it. I just put it in my fingers and I just sprinkle just very, very lightly across, so it's just little bits of flakes coming onto it. It's ever so light. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Whoop. So I drop a whole patch in there, sorry. Okay, just a little bit over here maybe. Just done the same thing. but just basically take that over the edge. I didn't want to, I better wipe my hands off straight away because I never ever normally touch the resin with my bare hands, just like I did. But I do find that when you've got glitters and you want to run them, you know, between your fingers with your gloves, just I feel you just can't feel it enough. So I wanted to do it this way. But what I'll do is I'll just get this spatula, might be a wiser sort of move. I'm just going to pull some of it out because I think there's a bit much there. Yep. Okay. Okay, and a little bit over here. Just to put, as I say, just adds just another dimension to the artwork. May not like it, but yeah, you know, I do enjoy using the foils, and I've actually got some more coming, and so we'll do a little bit more with them, just to again add another dimension to your artwork. Trying to get little bits there, not big bits, just little bits. Okay. This colour I've used is the copper one, just to, you know, do it just for something a little bit different, because gold and silver are very popular, of course. But I thought, well, you know, the copper lends itself nicely to these colours that we have here. I actually do have a little bit of resin left over, clear. So I might just pop a little bit of that over there to make sure that we've got enough over the top. So it's not all sitting on the surface. There's bigger bits where I had them. Okay. Didn't know what I was going to do with that bit of resin anyways. There we go. I've actually used it quite nicely now. There we are. Okay then, we'll leave it until the morning and let it settle, and come back and have a look. Okay, here we are, and we're just going to have a look. I'm going to take it down. I'll tell you what, the foil flakes are beautiful, absolutely stunning, glistening in just a little bit of sunlight. Been raining here this morning, so we're lucky to have a little bit of sunshine. You can see them though, they're so pretty. Very happy with that. And you can also see the underneath, that foil impression did come out. I'm really delighted, and in here it's really given it some depth. So I'm really happy with that. And you can see down in here as well. Yep, down that area, this area here. It's all peeping through, so I'm really happy with that. And again, having that foil flake on the top has given it depth. I'm really happy with that. The white didn't go so good. I didn't have the tape around the board. I probably should have done. Should have listened to my own advice, really, shouldn't I? But anyway, I didn't obviously have it level because all of this is unfortunately slipped over the side. But anyway, next time we'll leave that tape on. So overall, look, I'm happy with it. We've still got some nice lacing through here, but because it moved around a bit, we lost quite a bit. But still, it's a pretty piece, and I'm happy with the way it's ended up. And hopefully we'll do lots more with the gel tints and foils, because I think there's you know, a lot of fun with them, and particularly the crushed foil flakes as well, because they're amazing. They really are. Just as I said before, we just don't talk about them enough, do we? Anyway, that's okay. So thank you for tuning in this week. Love to have you on board, so please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Would love you to subscribe as I'm building the channel, and that would mean the world to me. So look forward to catching you next week on the next video, and remember, if you don't give it a go, you are never going to know. Bye for now. Have a great week.